G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here with something new. I may continue with my playthrough of Neverwinter Nights 1 as a halfling sorcerer, but someone in my chat the other day mentioned that there is a bunch of modules, fan-based modules for Neverwinter Nights 2, and in particular, they've remade Baldur's Gate 1. So that's what we're going to have a look at, and specifically, I want to play it. So here it is here. There's also Icewind Dale, and there's a couple of other modules here that I've found, or campaigns these are, and then I've also found this one here, which is Undermountain the Lost Level, which is a module from 1996. So I definitely want to try this out and see what it's like. Because the thing is that I've played through Neverwinter Nights 1, the main campaign. I've got all the way through that. You've already had a look at this flag and you're contemplating pulling the trigger. Yeah, well, I see. The thing is, as I said, I've gotten all the way through Neverwinter Nights 1, the main campaign, as a ranger. So, and I feel at the moment with the sorcerer character that I'm playing, it's still enjoyable, but there's not a lot of challenge in it because you get so powerful as a sorcerer that, you know, you can rest so often that a lot of the stuff is just pretty straightforward and not a big deal. I have never completed any of the Neverwinter Nights 2 modules, and so I'm actually thinking that even if I don't enjoy this Baldur's Gate Reloaded, I might replay the official campaign, which I've done, I've started to do before. And I really, every time I've played any of this stuff, I've played as one of two characters, well, one of three technically. I've done a lot of playing as a ranger, of course. I also liked the idea of the swashbuckler class, but it's not anywhere near as enjoyable as I hoped it would be. And I've played a bit with warlocks. And so I want to try playing Baldur's Gate Reloaded as a warlock. And so we're going to build a warlock character right now. It's been a while since I built a warlock, so I'm not entirely sure the best way to do it. At least it's been a while since I built a warlock in Neverwinter Nights 2. There is a fairly good warlock here, which I can't remember if he is... Which one was he? I saw him just before. Tristan Fisher. I can't remember if this is the one I created, or if this is one of the... Well, actually, let's see, because I've got a feeling that if I go new game here, new campaign, official, and I go select a character, yeah, see, this is, a lot of these are, there's a lot more here. I'm positive some of these... Why is there two copies of him? One at 18th level and one at 1st level. So definitely I did not create that character, because the ones that you just have one copy of are generally the ones that you have created, although I don't remember creating that. No, I definitely didn't create. Oh, no, there's two versions of that. That's why. I must have gotten rid of a lot of my... That is probably the one, another one that I created. I wish I could see what he looks like. Haston Swift. Lawful Good. Let's go back and see if in... the Baldur's Gate Reloaded campaign, Haston Swift is in my list. I don't know if he is. If not, I'll just create a new one. I don't know why it's not giving me all of them He is. Okay, lawful good sorcerer. Let's just have a quick look. So this is non-for-profit fan-made mod that has no affiliation with BioWare, Obsidian, Wizards of the Coast, or Atari. Please support them. I already have. I own both Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2, and now technically Baldur's Gate 3. So yeah, it actually includes a lot of the sounds and stuff from the original. And I like that they're giving credit to all of the original stuff here as well. That's really well done. He who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself does not become a monster. When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. Probably end up moving that, but for now, let's just put it there.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was
this will use
left
the 3.5
untold,
rules.
that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong.
Okay, so it looks like it's not quite loading all the sound properly here. I'm just going to continue on. So this is probably the most recent incarnation of a a warlock that I have created. Sorry. Oh, that's a sorcerer. I want to play a warlock. Silly me. I'm going to have to create a new one. Let's come back out. Okay. So, new campaign, Baldur's Gate Reloaded, start. I don't know why I was confusing a warlock with a sorcerer. Probably because I've been playing a sorcerer recently, I guess. That's new. I don't remember there being Fae there. And Dragon? How or when did that get added in? That may have been added in by some of the other modules that I've got, because it's not showing full information there. And Fae isn't working properly either. I am tempted to do a half-orc. Well, it's a terrible option to do because half-orcs are really bad at charisma. I've never really liked the idea of using these guys, the plain touched, the Yuan-Ti, the grey orc, or even the like the drow, some extra elves here too, because of the there is a, why is drow not listed properly? I may have some clashing modules here. But these guys, they put a level adjustment on you. And it's an interesting way that they do it. It's just like that level adjustment, the Grey Orc, for example, has a level adjustment of +1. And so what it means is you actually have to, you can't get level 2 until you're technically got the experience at level 3. And then from then on, everything just keeps going up at normal levels. It just takes you longer to go from first to second level. It's a weird mechanic, and I don't really like it because it makes it almost like, why would you bother? Why would you take these? I know they get a lot of bonuses and everything, but yeah. Well, so anyway, yeah. Let's have a look at the warlock. Ooh, I don't know why there's a second thing there, but we're not going to touch it. So, head selection. What do we got? Actually, toggle facial hair, so I can pick something that I like. I'm not going to have anything with the with quite my stylish facial hair, but I think the closest was this one back here. Where was it? Oh, it looks like someone's added in a lot more heads as well. That's new. That's new. All of this is new. Wow. That's definitely new. Off. Okay. Yeah, we're back to the start now. So I'm probably going to go with that head, just because of the facial hair. It's as close as I can get to my stylish stuff. I won't go the silvery hair color though, but I will go... Oh, yes. What the... I was expecting the bald head to be the last one in the list, but obviously they've added a lot more in. So we'll take that. I don't think I need to change anything else. We might go a bit of girth, but that's about it. I'm not going to bother changing hair color or anything like that. Next. What's happened? There's some extra classes there. All of the normal ones are there, but I don't know what some of these, wow, weird looking things are. Do they still have all the prestige classes that they're supposed to? They do. Okay. So we won't worry about that, but one of these mods has added in a lot of classes. Wow, that's a lot. Warlock. Doesn't actually give me any information about the Warlock, though. I hope it's not screwed up. Okay, so I have to be chaotic or evil as a Warlock. And I'm actually, well, I was thinking about picking something like Tamora, because I'm looking at it from the point of view, I'm actually a little bit annoyed that that this text here is not correct anymore. I'm actually considering stopping and trying to clean up and see if it's this module that's the problem or if it's one of the other modules that I loaded in, because I am a little concerned. I really wanted to show that Warlock stat, you know, what it's all about, what the class is all about. Because my idea is, with playing a Warlock here, is that, because you're supposed to be, I can't remember the exact details, but as a Warlock you're supposed to, you've been granted your powers from some higher source, and, you know, that can be demons, it can be something, you know, eldritch that's just beyond everything else, but it doesn't say that it can't actually be a god that has given you this power. And with everything that was happening, because this is all the whole Baldur's Gate thing revolved around the time of troubles, in which O, or however you pronounce that, Ao, that god, he basically kicked all of the other gods out of heaven because they were squabbling and they were fighting amongst themselves too much and not doing anything for anybody. And he banished them, and they all sort of had to go down to Earth and take up human avatars. Then they still kept fighting amongst each other, and multiples of them were killed and all this sort of stuff, which is why you've got, like, Kelemvor. He was one of the new gods that was created. There's basically a 3-novel series that I read in the early 90s that was the story behind all of this, and Kelemvor was one of the heroes. Another one of them ended up becoming one. He replaced, he didn't reply, I can't remember if he replaced Cyric or he replaced but he replaced one of the evil gods. I can't remember his name. And then there was this other, he was a thief. So Kelemvor was a fighter, the other guy was a thief, and then there was this woman who went by the name of Midnight, and she ended up sort of replacing, sort of merging with Mystara at the end, becoming part of, or the goddess of magic. But I've got this sort of idea in my head, like this is all set after that, where if you don't know the story behind Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, you are, which one is it? There is the 3 evil gods. There's Bane. No, Cyric was the guy. Was the name of the guy who replaced one of the gods. There was Bane, there was Merkel, who I think Cyric replaced, and there was Which one is it? Damn it, I can't remember his name. It'll be here in this list, or it should be. And you are like one of the children that this avatar of the god founded. Maybe it's not in the list anymore. Maybe he was destroyed. I thought it was another name starting with M. Anyway, my idea is that to try and get some sense of balance, O, or whatever the god's name is, he is the one who has given me the warlock powers to try and, resolve all of this. So that's sort of my backstory type thing. So we need charisma here. So let's see if we can get to 16 with that. Wisdom and intelligence would be nice. I want a bit of dex. I can wear armor. I can wear light armor, I believe. So a chain shirt is about the best I can go. That's right, Baal is the other god. Cyric killed Bane. Yeah, it was Bane. You're a Baaling, yes. No, Cyric must have killed Baal or Merkel. Because Bane is still here. Cyric must have killed... Because, that's right. Cyric killed Baal and or Merkel. Well, Baal and... Sorry. Baal and Merkel got killed. And Cyric and Kelemvor took their places. So Merkel, I think, was the Lord of the Dead, Judge of the Damned, or he was. I thought actually Merkel was murder, but and Baal was sort of this, and Cyric took his place, and then Kelemvor took Merkel's, and Bane survived. And so Kelemvor is there to sort of, because he's lawful neutral, he's there to sort of even things out a bit now with that whole thing. But anyway, so yeah, I want to play as a warlock who's been given his powers by O to try whatever, to try and resolve a lot of that. So what can I do here? I just don't remember what I used to do with stats for these guys. Charisma is my primary stat as a warlock. So that's going to determine how powerful my spell is, or how hard it is for someone to save against that. I can wear limited armor, so I want a little bit of dex to help with that. And I really want a little bit of constitution as well. Do I want to go like that, or do I want to go like that? Or instead, do I want to do something like this and give me bonuses in both of those? I think I want to do that. It's it's a little bit middle of the road, but I think I can live with that. So the ones that work well with charisma are Ladies' Man, which gives you bonuses to listen, diplomacy, but not intimidate, which is fine. I don't want to intimidate. Natural Leader, which gives all of my companions a +1 attack roll, but gives me a -1 to my saving throws, which I do sort of like the idea of, because I'm not going to be doing melee attacks. I'm going to be Eldritch Blast everything. Tale-teller, no. I do want some concentration. Troublemaker, no. Wild child, not really. Don't want to praise +1 to bluff, -1 to intimidate and taunt by being confidant. Foreigner or veteran. I think I'm going to... I might stick with ladies man. It's a bit, but we'll see. I'm going to go to the customize. I'm not going to do any of these. So let's see. 16 points. I think use magic device will be useful. Spellcraft, I don't know. It's used to identify spells being cast by other spellcasters, but I don't have any ability to do, like, interrupts or anything like that. All it's going to do is tell me what they're going to kill me with. More than anything. Concentration, I think I am going to need, because I think what I'm doing is technically considered a spell. I don't know whether to go heal or not. I am going to keep a healer with me, or someone who can do a bit of healing, but let's do that. And then let's take... yeah, let's take Laura as well. And we'll do it that way. Maybe not use magic device now that I think about it. Maybe instead I use that for bluff. Let's try that. Now, that's new. Maybe that's not new. I just don't remember deflect arrows being... now, what I don't remember is if I'm going to need these ones that allow me to, like, point blank shot and then... no, I didn't want rapid shot. Where is it? Why have I got improved unarmed strike? Actually, it probably is rapid shot, but there's making sure that I don't get any of the negatives. See, it's not telling me what point blank shot is. I can't remember if I need those or not. Battlecaster. You do not suffer an arcane spell failure penalty from medium armor when casting spells. Using a shield or heavy armor still applies. Okay, no, I don't really want that though. Improved initiative is always nice, just to get you in there a little bit quicker. Combat casting, though, is probably what I want. I don't know what those are. And I don't think spell penetration works for a warlock. Fey heritage is something I think that can go well with warlocks sometimes. I can't remember. I think I'm going to just take combat casting. Oh, that only when I'm using defensive casting mode. Let's take toughness to get some extra hit points. And then let's take improved initiative for now. This is definitely not the best way to build this. There's a site, I think it's NWN2 or something. And it's a site where you can create profile. You can create characters basically for Neverwinter Nights 2. I think I've got a decent sort of one going up there. But anyway, now we do actually get spells, and I don't find them all that useful. Dark One's own luck. Draining Blast slows them down. Eldritch Spear. Okay. Yeah, this is so annoying. I normally take that one. And Eldritch Spear initially. But Draining Blast I think I've done as well at times. So I think I'll take... Why is it... Do I only get one? I thought I got two of these. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, I'll take Entropic Warding first. We're going to be called Eldrith last. Let's increase the age a little bit because we don't look 18 there. So let's go 28. That's how old I am. Not really, but anyway.
Attack! Let us attack. Press the attack, quickly!
Yeah, I think that'll do. Okay, let's have a look. We'll skip over the intro.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast.
Right, so I definitely want to move that down to there. Okay. Yeah, I do want to move this again. Back to pretty much where it was. And that should work fairly well for now. I have 9 hit points. Okay, let's game options. Can't remember which of these modes I like. So that moves us forward. I feel like I want to switch those. What is that doing? No, I don't like that. Does that? No, it's that one, because I like the sort of driving mode where I'm behind the character, but I want to change the keys because I want to step left to be that. Oh, hang on. We're in character mode. Let's restore those defaults. No. Oh, no, this is right. This is what I want. Yes, so the defaults were correct. Man, they've got all these tutors here like you normally have. Those two guys I don't recall being there. Let's go in.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
So what do you have? I don't even have any armor. Do I have any money? 110 gold. It's not even enough to buy a chain shirt. That's terrible. Can't remember what weapons I can use. Tell you what, if I had access to the rapier, I was that close to building Will from Baldur's Gate 3 as my character here. I don't need a weapon though, so that's the thing. I'm not going to buy any weapons. I'm not even going to have any in my hand as well. I might have something in my hand at some point as a backup. Eventually. So let's leave that for the moment. Come in here. What is the key that... I can't remember what the key is to... So I can turn the mini-map on and off, that's nice. Inspection is Z. Really? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Sorry, Winthrop, you're not going to like this. What? Oh, I thought I could do this in other modules. It's not doing a lot of damage. Let's turn defensive casting always on. Now I thought... Okay, so we've got entropic warding. We'll put that down. Oh, that's right. I've only... Yeah, that's the only thing I've got. And we still don't have any details on that. Okay. I think that increases my AC a little bit. My armor class is 12. No, it didn't do that. Status is concealed. Okay. They don't like me trying to break down that. There's normally a dagger in there. In the original game, anyway. Oh, there's the dagger there. I'm not going to bother talking to them. Let's go and talk to this guy. Which one? Where is he? This one.
Yes?
Okay, that didn't quite work properly, but I'm going to change. I can't get into the... game options for some reason. Game options, key mapping, miscellaneous, inspection, in character mode. We want that to be tab. Resume. That's better. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but they've done a pretty good job of building. I mean, I'm going to see that everywhere I go. I know that. It's going to be a case I'm going to look at everything and go, they did a good job of this. And that's just going to be pretty much expected. Yeah, this stuff's all locked. That isn't, but he's asleep. Normally you can sneak in there and get that. I think I'm just going to head down. I shouldn't have to worry too much about armor for right now. I want to do all the little sub-quests in the area. And then... and then go to Winthrop and buy up some equipment. And at the moment, the only equipment I really need is some armor. So I will look at getting that in a minute. Yep, that's some more gold. That's handy. This is where I'm going to get the quest to... Oh, no, I don't get this quest yet. Probably better off to leave, come back to this. Actually, I normally don't. I suppose I normally do go the other way, don't I? Let's go back around. I can't decide the best camera angle. Sometimes playing like this isn't bad, but it's the problem is always when you come out of buildings. If you like this at this sort of angle, which always seems fairly nice, sometimes when you come out of buildings, everything's just terrible. So that pauses. So there's no option to say that you will or won't get it for her. Yeah, there's those cattle. Priest quarters will go in here. And we're going to get attacked.
I have a
Blade with your name on it. And what can I do for you? Wow, I am almost dead. My Eldritch Blast is missing a lot, I'll say that. Okay. I don't think... Oh, no, I probably have. I probably have been killed like that. Occasionally. Eldritch Last. I didn't explain Eldritch Last is sort of like a pun on Eldritch Blast, because that's what I'm going to be doing all the time.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast.
Okay. I am just so disappointed that we start with such little money. Well, not a little money, but I don't know. I feel like I need... See, I don't even have any healing supplies. Normally you start... I thought you started with a couple of healing potions or something.
Yes?
I wonder if this is even actually working. I can't remember what it's supposed to do. The thing is we're also playing a class which probably isn't really supported. And so that's why, for example, we started with basically 0 equipment and stuff like that. It's entirely possible that if I started as something more conventional, like a ranger or a wizard or a fighter or a rogue, then we might actually have something decent. So I wonder how much I can get for that gem. Because if I can get enough money before I go into that guy to get some chain mail or chain shirt or whatever it is, I don't want to waste my money buying lighter armor. What do you have? So that chain shirt is 142. That only sells for 8, so that's not enough yet. I want that chain shirt because I can use it. It is light armor and it gives me a +4 to my armor class, and my dex bonus will make my armor class 16, which will hopefully be a little bit more survivable. So what I guess what I can do is I can skip going into those 2 places where the guys are going to kill me. I can do all the other little quests, which are little fetch quests, and get them out of the way. So I've done that fetch. What else is there? There's the guard that wants the bolts. I think the one in the...
Wisdom is only possessed by the learned.
By the learned. Healer's kit, 75. That's expensive. Elixir of health. I don't remember that. Oh, remove disease. Okay. Potions of healing, 112. Wow. So he wants me to kill some rats. No, there was nothing in there. Hopefully the rats aren't going to kill me. Wow, they are actually doing a bit of a number on me. No, I want you to do that. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so let's just for the sake of experimentation here, what have we got? It's a neutral good sorcerer. Got a lawful good sun elf monk. Got a bard. That's Eldrith. Lawful evil wizard. Lawful good paladin. Okay. We've got a grey dwarf fighter. Lawful evil. Spirit shaman. Range. I don't know why they have evil. I've said this before. Evil rangers I don't understand. We've got a tiefling warlock. We've got a shield dwarf fighter. I'm tempted to take that. And let's just quickly start with that character. And see if we start with some actual equipment. Minimal armor, weapons. Like in the normal game, you start with a quarterstaff and I think leather armor, as most classes, except for spellcasters.
From the Sword Coast, the citadel of
So, no, I don't have anything as absolutely nothing. Wow. I gotta say, that is a real gut punch. Because, like, you don't even have... Normally you start with a quarterstaff. How much money do I have? 110. I should have played around with this a little bit more before I started streaming, because now I want to stop the stream and I want to clean up the stuff. But I mean, I could do it while stream's still on, but you don't need to see me do that. Select character, Eldritch Blast. Yeah, I want to clean stuff up and make sure that things are working properly. Eldritch Blast, not Eldritch Blast. That spell that I've got, that's not working. I want to make sure that.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast.
Okay, so talk to you.
Yes?
Thank you. Here we go to the hail bale. Excuse me, cow. There's nothing up there to search. There usually isn't, but can never be too sure. Not going to do that quest just yet. Nothing in there, but I thought I'd check again just in case. You know, that is the definition of insanity after all. Doing the same thing multiple times and expecting a different result. Aha, that's Hull. Oh, and I've got to buy bolts from Winthrop. I forgot. It's a nuisance. I wish I ran just a little bit faster. G'day, St. Salvius. Yeah, this is Neverwinter Nights 2 with a fan-made campaign that is a recreation of Baldur's Gate 1. And it's a little bit buggy and it's a little bit weird in some ways because you get killed very easily in this introduction. But, yeah.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
What do you have? I need to buy those. I don't know that I need 99 bolts, but we will buy all 99. And I should have given that book back to... what's her name? And no, wrong room. I want to go round to this guy and get that
Yes?
organised as well. And I guess I'm going to sneak, well not sneak, but I'm going to come in here and I'm going to get that dagger out of the chest. I don't care what their reaction is. Out of that. What? Where are you? I don't know what happened there. Okay. Okay, I wasn't really going out the door. So let's give you your book back so you can give me
Yes?
the gem. Thank you. And then I don't think there's anything else. Just trying to remember what else there is to do. Those two guys are... I don't remember seeing them in the game previously. So we got to come up in here. And we talk to him.
I should have joined the army.
Sent me to fetch it. So I can get the sword from there. Thank you. And I loot all of that. And then if I talk to you
I
again...
should have joined the army.
Okay.
I should have joined the army.
And he gave us a dagger +1. That'll sell very nicely. Wow. I don't remember him giving you that in the normal game. No, I haven't looked into Skyrim just yet. I will, though. I just don't know when. That's right, I think there's something in that chest. 15 gold. Who is that?
What do you need?
This is new. Chemist's workshop, blacksmith's workshop. Oh, it's just crafting stuff. Enchanter's satchel. I see, so if you want to make stuff. So this...
Our rules are very strict.
He doesn't give you that little submission anymore. So I think I've done all the fetch and carry stuff that I can. Oh, no, actually I haven't.
Hey, it's me, NWN.
Really, that's NWN, is it? There we go. Okay, so actually I'm looking for another one of these guys that wanders around.
In the year of the turrets, a great host will come from the east like a plague of locusts. I'll send the wise along.
That's the guy, I think.
Greetings, young one.
Okay, so we got that scroll. Let's go back. We'll sell everything that we can. See if we've got enough gold to buy some chainmail. And then we'll go and kill these guys. If we can.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Okay. Oh, that's... Oh, I didn't give Hull his sword. Damn it. I can definitely sell that. And I can sell that. Which is not quite enough yet. Let's go and do... I forgot to give Hull his sword. And then there's also the potion that we have to give to the other guy with the sick cow. I've chosen a warlock. Which wasn't, of course, in the original Baldur's Gate. Which may actually be part of the reason why things are a little bit buggy. But I've also loaded up a bunch of other modules. It's got Icewind Dale rebuilt. And I found a couple of other modules of content as well that I can test out. Okay, so that gives me that, and then if I go and talk to that guy there, he wants the potion for his sick cow.
Crops haven't done too well this season. Weather's been lousy lately.
Okay, so we got 147 gold. Damn it, that's just not quite enough. Let's see if Firebeard gives me a few more gold once I've given him the scroll. I know he puts a shield spell or something on you. I don't remember exactly what it is. Which, you know, that will be useful. But ultimately, it's going to be Eldritch Blast time.
Yes?
Oh, I got a potion of healing for that as well. Well, that's good. I can put that down there. I'm going to have to sell that dagger because I don't have enough. Oh, actually, I might have enough to buy. Although my armor class... Oh, it's giving me protection from evil, which I think... I don't remember what the effect that actually is. Immunity to mind spells, saving throws increase. It says an armor class increase, but it actually hasn't done it. Because my armor class is 12, which it always is.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
What are you selling? The chain. I can just afford the chainmail. Beautiful. Let's put that on. Oh, I can probably sell. Oh, no, they're not worth anything. I am going to sell them, though. No, I'll drop them then. I don't want to carry them around. And I might equip that dagger, even though I don't really want to use it. Okay. That's a really annoying effect. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. If you talk to Firebeard 20 times, he gives you 500 gold or whatever it is, 300 gold or something. I seem to be stuck there for a second.
Yes? 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 Yes?
13.
Yes?
15.
Yes?
16.
Yes?
17.
Yes?
18.
Yes?
19.
Yes?
Maybe one more.
Yes?
No, it obviously doesn't do it
Yes.
anymore. Ah, well. It's worth a try. So my armor class should be about 16 now. Let's have a look. Yes, good. Okay, so we're going to come into here and attack this guy. Is that quick save? No, what's quick save? Game options, key mapping, quick cast, quick chat. Doesn't say what quick save is. I thought it was F5. Are any of the function keys used for anything? Interface. Advanced graphics, character mode. There is a quick save. Let's just save this as Baldur's Gate. Is it F8 maybe? What's... I don't remember what the quick save is. I think there's a little pop-up that pops up occasionally which tells you what it is.
I have a blade with your name on it.
That's my big problem at the moment, is I'm missing a lot. except when I use my dagger. There we go. Another dagger. Can't remember, was there anything else? Oh yeah, look at all that. Nothing in the barrel. 8 gold on the table. Trunk is locked. Okay. No, it was always just a key combination to do quick save. Like most games, it's F5. But I know in the original Neverwinter Nights 1, it's the G key. Oh, that's loading up that little mode section when I hit G. But F1 through 4, I think, selects the particular characters. Oh, F12. F12 is the quick save. Why all the way down at F12? Okay.
By Moradin's hammer!
Half the problem with these guys is that these these rats are so small. I can't even see. There's one there.
I've lost my spell.
Just attack with the dagger, maybe. That's the key I need to remember. Target nearest enemy. Ugh. Don't like that key. Target next enemy. Target nearest. There we go. Okay, that's all of them. And a couple of useless cats. I thought there was something lootable in here. In that there was actual loot that you get. Ah, silver ring. There we go. Let's just check back here that there's not... No, nothing else lootable there. No resting allowed in this area. That's annoying. No resting allowed in this area. Oh, yeah, talk to him.
By Moradin's hammer!
5 gold pieces. Don't spend it all in one place. I shan't. I need... I thought there was someone around here who healed you for free. Was it this guy? Because if I can't rest anywhere, I need to heal at the moment, and I don't want to drink that potion.
Wisdom is only possessed by the learned.
guess not. I want to go and do that other battle around here, but I'm concerned that I don't have enough hit points. So I'm going to have to use the potion. Did I check that chest? I did. Okay, there goes my healing potion.
I have a blade with your name on it.
I'll have a try at zapping him, and if that doesn't work, we'll just stab him. We missed. Let's just stab him for the moment. Okay. Take the dagger. I don't think there's anything else in this room when you search it, but we shall... No. Oh, hang on. Was there something? Right. Okay, let's go and sell these last few items for a few extra coin. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to afford any healing potions with this meager... Oh, yes, this meager amount. I might just talk to these guys too, because I don't know who they are. I don't remember seeing them in the original game.
By Moradin's hammer!
No, okay. Yeah, it definitely looks very nice. I mean, so far in Candlekeep, the attention to detail is pretty good. I mean, everything looks so similar to the original. But there are a few little buggy things. For instance, I've got this entropic warding spell, but there's no description for it anymore, when normally there is. Actually, I said I wasn't going to do this, but you know what? I've got a feeling I know what the problem is. So let's just quickly save that. So I loaded a bunch of files in here, and I'm wondering if that is the problem. Let's just have a quick look. That's either going to fix everything or break it even worse. Let's put it that way. Yes, that was the fix. But did it break all of this?
My hotel's as clean
No.
as an elven arse.
Okay, hopefully we're good now. Which almost makes me want to start again, only because that allows me to show off. I mean, I guess I can go back to the main menu and just really quickly go new game, new campaign, Baldur's Gate. Create a character. Yeah, that's still screwed up. And is there any... No, the dwarves are good. What about the elves? Oh, there's new elves here. Painted elf, star elf, they're new. The drow has its description. The dragon isn't done properly, but there is this spell scale. Favorite class, sorcerer. Doesn't look that draconic, but okay. And then Fey. There's Fey touched lyrical. And there's Fey touched shadow. We didn't get to see those last time. So in the... It doesn't matter what I picked. Oh, what? Deep Immersky. Immerscar. Ability adjustment. -2 dexterity, but +2 to intelligence. And they have low light vision. Spell clutch. Because the Deep and Mersky have studied magic for ages on end, a certain facility with magic has seeped into their blood. Can add 1 extra first level spell to a known spellbook after the first time they rest. And their favourite class is wizard. Okay, very interesting. What I was wanting to show off was when I came down here, there was a bunch of extra classes in here. Hexblade, that's new. That... I wonder if that is like... No, it's not like the Magus from Pathfinder Keymaker. There's that ninja is new. I don't know where that's come from, but that is new. Scout is new. Thug is new. Oh, I know what they're doing. They're bringing some of the subclasses that existed. And then you've got Anointed Knight. That's new. Black Flame. Yeah, Blackguard. Some of these ones, these are some of the subclasses that were added in the Enhanced Edition. Dagger Spell Mage. Dagger Spell Shaper. There's some weird stuff in here. Not all of it's from the Enhanced Baldur's Gate, but Elite Commandos. Wow. Forest Master. Frost Mage. Heart Warder. Looks weird. Mystic Knight. Yeah, I don't know. I might look at the scout at some point. Skull Clan Hunter, Storm Lord. Wow, there's a lot in here. Wilderness Stalker, looks like another ranger type thing. Mostly it's just giving you sneak attacks. But what I was pointing out was that in the Warlock, so born of a supernatural bloodline, a Warlock seeks to master the perilous magic that suffuses his soul. Unlike wizards who approach arcane magic through the medium of spells, Warlock invokes powerful magic through nothing more than the effort of will. The font of dark magic burning in their souls make them resistant to many forms of attack and arms them with dangerous powers. Warlock learns to harness their power to perform a small number of specific attacks and tricks called invocations. Warlocks make up for their lack of versatility by being tougher and more resilient than sorcerers or wizards. That's interesting because that's not the description I remember reading here, but I am basically playing the idea behind the character that I've started is that we'll load it back up. The history, as I mentioned before, the history of Baldur's Gate is that it's set just after the time of troubles when all the gods were basically thrown out of heaven by the chief of the gods, and his name is spelt A-O. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce it, but that's actually the god that I am worshipping. And the idea here is that I've been given my warlock powers by O, who knows that I am a Baal spawn and is trying to stack the deck so that I can. So a bit of metagaming and all that sort of stuff, but that's my idea. I've got. It's interesting because if you look at Baldur's Gate 3, or in fact the D&D 5th edition rules, and you look at their definition of the Warlock, it's very much saying that it's actually really weird. Warlocks, and even to a degree sorcerers, are mentioned as being, somebody who, through some action in their life, gets granted these powers, right? And if you actually remember the character Will from Baldur's Gate 3, he calls himself the Frontier of the North, or whatever it is. He's the Frontier of Blades, or something like that. He's got this name for himself. He's the Blade of the Frontier, that's it. So he used to be a guardsman in Baldur's Gate. He used to be part of the Iron Fist. And that's why he uses the rapier. He used to be a swordsman, and then this thing happened where this demon basically ensnared him and offered him all of these powers to get revenge for, I think, a girlfriend getting killed or something like that. And he took it, and now he regrets it. And so it's interesting because that is sort of the description that's given in the D&D manuals for how warlocks, and even to a degree sorcerers, come about. The idea is that something has happened in your life. Some event has happened that gives you that power. So it's actually, like, sorcerers and warlocks are supposed to be very rare. You're not supposed to have a lot of them because it's not something that you can learn to become a sorcerer or a warlock. It's something that happens to you. You don't choose it. Sorcerers are much the same. And sorcerers actually are a little bit more like the warlock definition here that we just saw, that talks about the fact that something was in your bloodline. The sorcerer description in 5th edition D&D is a little bit down that line. It says that there may have been something in your bloodline, or there may have been something that happened to you, and it could have been very recent, or it could have been years ago, that gave you this sorceress ability, this ability to just cast spells without even studying them. You just have this innate knowledge of a certain number of spells and the energy to cast them. And the same with the warlock. Something happens to you, and you are given this ability to channel this energy. So anyway, I find that really interesting. It's actually people ask me, I've been thinking about whether to do a video about this and put it on my channel, but people have asked me a number of times about why I do mostly pure class builds on my channel. And it's actually, I've been thinking about this a bit recently. There's actually a couple of reasons for it. One, I'm an old-time gamer. I come from a point in time when there were no multi-class builds. If in the original D&D that I played, the basic edition box set, your choices were you could be a fighter, you could be a thief, what's now called a rogue, you could be a cleric, or you could be a wizard, or you could be a dwarf, you could be an elf, or you could be a halfling. And dwarves were just dwarves. They were these dwarvish fighters. Elves were fighter mages, or fighter wizards, and halflings were like these fighter thieves. And then there was some, when you went to advanced D&D then, it was still very similar, except dwarves, for example, could choose to be, this is all what it used to be in the original version of Baldur's Gate as well, where as a dwarf you could choose to be a fighter, or a cleric, or a fighter cleric combined, and I think that was about it. Halflings could choose to be fighters or thieves or a fighter thief. Elves could choose to be a fighter or a wizard or a fighter wizard. And there was this, for humans, there was this dual classing option, and it was only 2 classes, and this is what the original Baldur's Gate worked on, the original edition of it. I think they changed it with the enhanced edition, but the original edition, if you as a human wanted to change from one class to another, you could only do it once, and you couldn't use the abilities from your first class until once you swapped out of your first class into your second, you couldn't use any specific abilities from that first class until you got to the same level in that second class as you were in the first. And then once you were at that same level, you only would ever still continue in that second class. You could never get any more experience in the first class. But at that point, once you'd got the same level, you could then reuse those abilities that you used to have in the first class, and you can continue on. So, for example, if you played a fighter for 2 levels, right, and then you decided to switch to a wizard, you couldn't use any of the armor or weapons that you used as a fighter that you weren't allowed to use as a mage, or as a wizard, sorry. You couldn't use those until you got to 3rd level wizard, because at that point you were beyond what you were. You were 2 levels of fighter, so once you got either 2nd or 3rd level as a wizard, you could then use the armor and weapons that you had access to previously as a fighter, but until that point you couldn't. But you'd still only ever progress as a wizard. You couldn't go back and say, oh, I want to get a couple of more levels of fighter now. And you couldn't also say, oh, now I want to get some levels of thief. No, none of that was allowed. So these days, or at least I don't know, actually, I haven't really looked into what the options are for multi-classing in 5th edition D&D. So I'm not sure. I have to look that up. But these with the D&D 3 and 3.5 and 4 rules that were around, that games like Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2, Sword Coast Legends, things like that were based on, you could switch back and forth between classes and take one level of this and then another level of that and then a couple of levels of something else and then go back to your first class or your second class, and you could do whatever you wanted to. The problem I have with doing that is partly that, coming from the old school background where you didn't have any of that. But the other thing is, it just doesn't make sense to me from a logical point of view. Like, in pen and paper D&D, often the modules that you play, whether if you've bought a store-bought module, or the modules that your DM will create so that you can play, often they are restricted so that you don't get the experience for the stuff that you've done in that module until certain milestones in the game, because they don't want you just leveling up at any old time, right? So, you know, you might have to wait until you finished a chapter before you get all of the XP for that chapter. Or you might get XP as you go along, but you're not actually allowed to level up until you get to a logical place. And by the logical place, it may just be some place where you and the party can sit down and rest for a day or two, because the idea is that the process of you going up a level and gaining new skills, you have to take time to potentially learn those skills, practice them, train in them, whatever. And if you're a wizard, you might actually have to spend a little bit of time to research the new spells that you get when you go up a level. So they often role play the process of getting a level by doing those sorts of things. I'm sure there's lots of different ways that people do it. And I'm sure lots that don't even bother. They just say, yep, you got a level now. What do you want to do? You can level up right now, like you can in a lot of these games where you can be in the middle of combat and you can level up. All right? But from my point of view, I like the idea of there being set places where you can level up, and set, you know, you have to set aside a little bit of time, a day or two, or maybe more of game time for you to actually level up, because you've got to gain these skills. And so that also affects this ability this thing I have where I don't particularly like jumping around between levels, because I look at it logically and it's like, well, I've got a couple of levels of Warlock, say, and I decide, okay, I want to throw in a level of Bard. Suddenly I know how to play a musical instrument and cast bardic spells. Where did I learn that? How did I learn that? In a computer game like this, in all of this stuff, it's a willingness suspension of disbelief. But for me, in certain times, that stuff can only go so far. So the reason why I don't like jumping around between classes is because it doesn't make sense to me that somebody could do that. You know, I can understand, like, your DM might actually say to you, oh, well, you want a multi-class, do you? Okay, well, you're not, we're not in a position, you know, we're not in a town, we're not something like that. So your only option for multi-classing is the classes that are available in the party at the moment. Someone else in the party can teach you. We'll camp here by this river where we are at the moment, and we'll camp here for a week, and one of those party members will teach you some skills, and you can then take a level in one of those classes. What class do you want? That, to me, makes sense, multi-classing. Nothing else really does. The ability to just suddenly go from being one class to something completely different like that just doesn't make sense to me logically. I mean, I can do the willingness suspension of disbelief, but it only goes so far a lot of the time. And the other big reason why I don't like multi-classing a lot is because someone has sat down and designed this class that you've taken, the initial class that you've taken, and they've designed it all the way through, usually to level 20, with goals that, you know, you get certain abilities at certain times. And to me, it seems like that's actually a fairly sort of logical progression, and it works well. And I always feel that if I mix in other levels of other classes into my build, I'm never going to get to some of those really good things that I see later on in the progression of the class that I originally chose. And it feels like I'm losing out yes, you can often make the argument that if you go and grab one level over there, you make some of your abilities over here in your first class really good. And I do understand that a little bit. But it almost feels like, well, maybe we should make another class that sort of combines those things. But then having said that, I look at classes like the Slayer in Pathfinder Kingmaker and go, this is just a really bad mash of a rogue and a ranger, and it doesn't do either very well. So, anyway, that's just my ramblings, another end rant type situation of reasons why I don't multi-class. I'm not even sure how I got onto that, but that's why I don't see multi-classing. I mean, I do very occasionally do builds that are multi-classes. I've done a couple in Pathfinder Kingmaker where I've done a build video with ideas on how to multi-class certain things, because you purely are going to get some advantage by taking 1 or 2 levels of something else in there to... I mean, the classic example is my... what was it? It was the Kinetic Magus. So 1 level of Kineticist. A Magus mixed with a Kinetic Knight. So you took 1 level of Magus in your Kinetic Knight build so that you could cast whatever that spell was through your Kinetic Blade every time and do even more damage. Yeah. But it's not often that I come up with valid reasons to do it. Ready to go. Let's do this. Let's see what happens.
Listen carefully. If we ever become separated, it is imperative that you make your way to the Friendly Arm Inn. There you will meet Khalid and Jahira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them.
Hello.
Child.
Oh, there you
The
go.
night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I will explain everything as soon as there is time.
Some graphics glitches there.
Wait, there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare yourself.
You're perceptive for an old man. You know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, old man.
Run, child. Get out of here!
The dawn is especially cruel this morning. You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Gorion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
Hey, it's me, NWN.
Okay, so we're going to have a bit of a problem here because...
You're a queer fellow.
No, we're not going to have a bit of a problem. She actually has some decent equipment. Let's give those healing potions to me. She can keep that. Let's put the bow there so we can swap between them. For the moment, she's going to keep the bow on hand. Where?
You have need of me?
You're a queer fellow.
Okay, so... Can't remember what puppet mode does. Oh, will not utilize artificial intelligence. Turn that off. Stay near. You can disarm traps. Leave. Do yeah. You will defend me. Everyone will do that. Guard distance will be near. Open locks, you can do that. Automatically open locks off. Automatically pick up items is off. You won't be stealthy for the moment. Automatic hiding. Spell casting. Yeah, overkill mode is fine. Ranged weapons on, back away, off, disable melee attacks is off. Auto summon familiars party, we'll turn that on. Turn that on. Allied damage party high. Oh no, we might leave that at low. Peaceful follow party is on. Knockdown global on. Auto set, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Now, which way are we facing? We need to turn that way. No, that's the wrong way. That's back towards Candlekeep.
Glad to meet you, friend.
Okay. Ooh, gibbling. So what did this do? Deflects incoming arrows, raise another ranged attack. %, miss chance.
Crossfire.
I mean, we're not going to get attacked by ranged weapons that much initially, but I can actually see where Garion's dead body is over there, which is something you could never do in the original game. You had to go and uncover the fog of war. Is trying to see. There's a tree. Oh no, is it this tree? It's a tree up over there, I think.
Leave me be, lest your head leave your neck. Montalon, you are so
Oh god, he's got the
aggravating.
Joker face.
Disturbing to my demeanor. He already be disturbed. Now leave me be. Your company.
Loot the old man. Was there something you could do with that guy that you talked to just before? I'm grateful for any assistance. Might as well go with you. Only doing it because I want them in the party. Temporarily, anyway. Oh, yeah, Garion, I will. What I tend to do is that... Ooh, I was going to say that little rock there. No. You... So this little rock here is the spot there that has the... Oh, there's no loot in it. Normally there's a ring or something in there, I think.
Hello. Nice to make the acquaintance of such a cultured personage.
It's definitely a problem up there with the sky. I'm running this under wine, and so it does have some problems. Yeah. Normally more gibblings. When I was playing Baldur's Gate, I was always very hesitant to come down in this area because I think there's usually a couple of wolves over this way or something. I can't see them at the moment, but there's usually something like that. And it always makes it rather dangerous. So what I would often do is I would not even come here. I would go straight to the Friendly Arm Inn. And yeah, I would, to be careful so that I didn't get those wolves and other things attacking me, I'd follow the path really quickly, get straight to the Friendly Arm Inn, pick up Jahid and Clear, get rid of these two morons, and then I would work my way back to go and pick up the stuff that Garion dropped and do those other map sections much more thoroughly. You don't have to... Oh, look at all that. That's really nice. I mean, they need to do a little bit more work on this map, but it's not that bad. It's obvious that someone's drawn it themselves because they can't take the original artwork, although they've taken a lot of other, like the portraits of the characters and stuff. And there's Elminster.
I've never liked the sunlight. 'Tis just too bright. Oh, there
there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
There we go. Just get through that. Okay, so like normally on this map, there's like a bear around here somewhere. Maybe that was the other map. It looks like there's something over there. We need to go... Actually, which way do we need to go? I think it's north. Oh, that's right. This is where that ogre is. Yes. But there is a rock somewhere. Kobold. Arcane spell failure. How come I get arcane spell failure? That's not supposed to be possible. What the hell is going on? There's a rock here somewhere that has some treasure. Normally, they mustn't have put it in. I would have thought it was around here somewhere. I'm not seeing like anything lighting up. We've got this guy up here that we can talk to. This is the one that warns us.
Glad to meet you, friend.
Is that something just there? No. Normally it's in like that clump of trees just there. But I'm wondering if they moved it down to these rocks here. I don't see anything lighting up that is interactable. The big one, the big one that'll be the test to see whether they've implemented it. It's no use to me because I'm not a wizard. Yeah, the hidden rock at the friendly arm. That's the one that I'm interested in. Is this going to do the little cutscene? Yeah. Let's have a look. I'm not seeing anything. I think it's normally like right at this tree here. But that's right on the edge of the map. You can't actually... go there. So it doesn't look like they've got the tree with the ring of wizardry or whatever it's called in it. I mean, in a way, it was always a pretty OP sort of thing to have. If you knew about it. I've got to wonder whether the developers of the module even knew about it. I mean, I've got to imagine they must have, but maybe not. So that house, normally you can go into that house there. Maybe it's this one now. Normally there's a house just here you can go into, and someone gives you a woman gives you a quest to get a gem back from the hobgoblin or the goblins or whatever they are, the orcs, hobgoblins, whatever. They're raiding around the inn. That's a commoner there. I don't think he's the one.
Life's been getting prickly on me eyes.
Okay, he just tells us about the owners of the inn. So, yeah, a little disappointed that quest isn't there anymore. Not a biggie. There's plenty of stuff to do. Let's just quick save here, because we've got a battle coming up. I need... Oh, I should have used that Cure Light Wounds rather than that Potion of Healing. I wonder what the difference is. Cure Wounds level 3, single use. Cure Wounds level 2, single use. Okay. Thank you. And thank you. And you. And you. What have you got in the way of armor? Just leather armor. Okay.
I will lead now. Follow.
No. I wonder, maybe the woman who has the quest is in here now, because I don't remember that building ever being accessible.
Yes, friend?
Yep. Yep, she is the one. There you go. The quest is still there. To go and find, I think it's the Flame Dance Ring or something. There's the guy that wants to fight us, so... And... That is my entropic warding. What? I can't cast at him yet? Why not? Won't let me. Normally I precipitate the attack by attacking him first, but it's not going to let me.
you've got a date down under.
He's coming to my place. What? I didn't approve that. Here to meet some friends. Yeah, sure. Whatever. What did he just do to her? Frightened. Oh, joy, she's going to run away. Oh, I keep doing that.
I am your death.
No, you're not. Man, he's got some health. Ouch!
Mutton-mongering riffraff.
Can I get you to... I don't remember how you get someone up.
Your voice is ambrosia.
To the abyss with you.
You're a queer fellow.
Must have a healing kit. We don't have any healing kits.
You're a queer fellow. You're a queer fellow.
Can we take you into here? No.
Sorry, friend, but you've got a date down under.
Okay. I want you, Montalron. Man, you don't have much of anything. Let you do whatever you're going to do. You get in there and attack. Oh, my health is already low. How did that happen? You're going to attack. It's one annoying thing about this game. For some reason, it turns me around like that a lot. I don't know why it does, but...
best shot.
What the hell? And Imoen's just completely dead. I'm asleep somehow? What the hell? Okay. Finally no longer asleep. Let's see if we can do something for Imoen in here. Where are you? There you are.
Let her cult guide your eye on your travels.
Okay. So we got to go and sell up some stuff. In the meantime, everyone's just going to keep lying on the floor no matter where we are. So definitely needs to be a little bit of balancing. I mean, okay, yes, partly I am... Partly I'm playing a class that's not supposed to be playable. Oh, man. There we go.
It's been dreadful slow business lately.
Okay, so we get rid of that. Don't want that, don't want that. Got enough money to resurrect. What's the name now? So that's good. Yeah, I could reload, but I don't know. How much of a bastard do I want to be to these guys? Let's be a total bastard and steal all of their stuff. Right. What do I have to do to get them out of my party? Probably just go and talk to Jahir.
How long must we wait here? Things stir to the south as we sit.
Calm yourself, dear. We must proceed carefully.
We can have all of them in the party? Party roster, that's what I want. Okay, everything's a little weird. She has a level to get for some reason. No?
You have need of me?
There's Imoen dead over there. Oh, musicians, they weren't there before. They don't have, what's his name? The half-orc that was introduced. Or is that him?
I need some help.
No. I don't know what the -2 means there, but I feel like we have too many people in our party. Oh, actually, no. We're supposed to be able to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got the full roster. That's right.
Guide your eye on your travels.
There we go. What sort of services? For there we go. Can we rest here? No, so this doesn't allow resting a lot. Who is Winnie? Is that Jahira's? That must be Jahira's animal companion that she's got because she's a druid.
Yep.
I will lead now. Follow.
So you can have those arrows. We never actually read this, but that's the bounty notice. That's the scroll from Gorion. I want to know why I can't get Saren Montalron out of the party. I want to talk to you. I can't. Out of the way. Oh, God.
Yes.
You have need of me?
Keeps saying Jahira has a level, but she doesn't. Because if she had a level, it would be level up. Oh, okay, she does have a level. Just going to go recommend. There we go.
You have need of me?
My inn is open to all who behave themselves.
Yeah, it's odd. It's got to be there somewhere, but I just can't seem to. Normally you say, so this is in the party, this isn't, and so you can click them and move them over to outside of the party. It's this -2 here has me a little concerned. There's no options here to select anything and do anything with them. I'm wondering if the best option is going to be to go and get what's his face, the paladin, as quickly as possible. Normally I'd go upstairs and do all the other loot things up there that you have to do. Like, there's not even an option when you click on them to talk to them or anything. Maybe we will just come upstairs, have a quick look around, because they do give you a couple of quests up here.
You're a queer fellow.
You have need of me?
I'm stuck somehow.
Yep.
You come over here and everyone follows. Okay, that worked.
I will lead now. Follow.
There was someone in this floor. I thought there was someone standing here normally that had. Maybe it's this person.
A man shouldn't speak to his better unless spoken
Oh,
to
this
first.
is the one who wants the shiny pants. No, it's not. Because there's two people that have missions in here normally. Oh, that one.
Nasty times are coming, I reckon.
So that's the first mission. And then we continue upstairs to the other area. And there's a gnome or someone who has the house in Baragost that has the spider problem. She's normally standing out here. There she is.
Your acquaintance I am glad to have made.
There we go. The only other thing is normally this room here. Yeah. Leather armor and a quarterstaff in there. And I actually used to use that as a place to store junk whenever I came back here, if I couldn't sell it. And that's the guy who has some weird pants thing. I'm not going to try and do that. I don't really care about it. The problem we've got at the moment is I've looted all the gear off Zar and Montalron to sell. If I can't get them out of the party,
something troubling you?
You have need of me?
Because the other thing I would have thought, if...
Me youngins are waiting.
Like, in the main campaign for this game, the way that you add and remove people from the party is when you come to the inn, before you leave the inn, it gives you the option of who you want to keep in your party. I'm sort of surprised they haven't implemented something like that here to be able to get them out of the party. But I guess I'm going to have to go up north, sneak past the hobgoblins that are around the backside of the inn, and then if they're in the same place as they normally are, go north from here and try and get Arjun, or whatever his name is, the paladin, in. That will be 2, 4, 6. That will be the 7th person. I can then hopefully kick one of these 2 guys out, and the other one will leave, if the game works the way it did in Baldur's Gate, where if you kick one out, the other will go. It may not. There may be some little quirky thing where it actually doesn't do that. I don't know. The problem now is that going around here, normally there's a bunch of hobgoblins around this area. Whoop. Yeah, see, there they are over there. And we've got to be careful of them because 2 of my guys don't have their normal equipment. But where is the exit? Is there... So there's this one here. I don't know if that world map transition there will allow me to go north, or whether that's going to want to go east. Oh no, I can go north to the fishing village. That's good. Travel. Okay, those icons, I'll show you those in a sec once we get up here. So the first thing I want to do is pause here, because this is a dangerous area to come to, even in normal Baldur's Gate. There are ant kegs all over the place here. Where is... There he is, over there. So these buttons here, that is rest, and that turns the party AI on or off, and that tells you the date and time. So it's just really annoying that we can't do anything with that. So we want to come over here and talk to Adjuntus as quickly as we can, and hope that no ankegs pop up out of the ground and attack us.
Be you friend or foe?
We're foes. Okay. Yes, that worked. It got rid of them. They look like they've still got weapons and armor, though. 2, 4, 5, and the animal companion. So let's get the hell out of here now. We've got Adjuntus in our party. We also can't really Oh, now I can... No, how did I get that? You got to hold it longer. Maybe that's what I have to do. I should have just talked. You hold it longer. I just thought it was quick right click, but you have to hold the right click for a second. Okay, so that was probably what I did wrong. I wasn't holding long enough. So let's come back to the friendly arm in, and we'll clean out all the other hobgoblins around the area, hopefully. Okay, so there's the first group of hobgoblins. Let's I need to get some money together. No. Because I want to give Jaheira something better than that quarterstaff. In particular, I probably want her to have a ranged weapon. Okay, we didn't do too bad there. Our first little fight as a group. This is definitely not the final group either. I might take that helmet for myself. Yeah, I know you can't. Don't worry.
Yep.
That, you didn't even have any armor, so that is something that you're definitely going to want to wear.
Yes.
I can't remember if she can use...
I cannot travel quickly carrying all this.
Yes, I know you can't. Give me a minute.
My honor is my
So you've got chain and that, sword and shield. That's okay. That's normal for you. You've got a helm already.
Yes. Yes.
Pathetic.
We follow the righteous
Let's give those guys bows and some arrows.
Yeah.
And then let's put that there, that, and that there. We'll give you that helmet.
Yes.
You can wear the studded leather, so that's going to be a little bit better. And you can wear the helm. Yep, you can wear the helm. Good. I don't think you can use a bow though, so that's fine. Okay, so there's going to be more hobgoblins probably just over this way. Oh, there's one. So once again, I'm going to try and take them from a distance. What did you just drink? Oh, potion of healing. Were you getting injured, were you? Wow, look at the health on some of these guys compared to us.
This one stands no chance.
Okay, one of these guys should have the ring that the lady wants.
I cannot travel quickly carrying all this.
Yes, I know, don't worry. Yeah, there's the ring. There's no other bad guys in this area. Okay, let's just... Ooh, healing kits, finally. Actually, Jahir can carry quite a bit. Let's see if she can use a short bow. She cannot. Okay.
You have need of me?
You can have some more arrows. You can have some more arrows. You can have some more arrows, although you're not going to need them because you're not going to go through them that quickly. And I'm good enough to carry all of that. There might be one more group of hobgoblins down this way somewhere. Oh, we're going the wrong way. There we go. So yeah, there might be one more group of hobgoblins there. Just as I suspected.
Travel quickly carrying all this. I cannot travel quickly carrying all this. I cannot travel quickly carrying all this.
Helm, give me strength! We follow the righteous path. The path of hell.
Yes.
And the game doesn't allow you to just rest anywhere like you could in Neverwinter 2. So, what do you have to do? Resting's not allowed in this area. Wonder why not. No, I don't think the bear can carry items. I've never tried, actually. I think if you go to inventory and then you click on the bear, nothing happens.
We follow the righteous.
So, no, the bear cannot. So it was that house there, where we have to give that ring.
Yes, friend?
I already told you I would help you.
Yes, friend?
Okay. No more of this, you must gather your party before venturing forth. Actually, you do hear that in this game. And it's actually exactly the same voice. Because this was made by Baldur's... Neverwinter 2 was also made by Beamdog.
It's been dreadful slow business lately.
But you've got to really... It's really hard to get it to actually fire off and say that you can't, you need to venture forth, sort of thing. Yeah, I will sell that. you're good. I'm not going to sell... Well, okay, maybe we'll sell a couple of those because you're not going to need all of them. You can't actually use much in the way of weapons, if I remember rightly. But you can wear things like a breastplate. So I'm better off buying a breastplate for you. How much money do we have? 600.
My honor is my
Let's go through and sell everything first. Oops. I didn't mean to sell that. That was the short bow that I had. That's all right. I did want to give you a better bow than that. The longbows are expensive, though.
Yes, that's definitely it.
That. And we'll sell that as well. Okay.
Nature's servant awaits.
So we've got 700 gold. Let's get you a breastplate. And I want to get you a shield as well. They're even using the graphics from Baldur's Gate, not the graphics from Neverwinter Nights. They've replaced even the graphics for all of these things. And then as far as weapons go, you can use a club, which is probably what I'm going to give you initially. Or, no, you can use a scimitar. That's new. You couldn't use the scimitar in the old version of the game. We're going to sell that. And we're going to sell that. So you're going to have that. And that. And that as your melee weapon choice. But I probably also want to give you a missile weapon. And that's going to have to be a sling. And some bullets. And that's going to be your default weapon set. Right. Now, how much money we got left? 300. Okay, so there's enough that I can buy at least a longbow, probably for both of these guys. So you can have a longbow as your ranged weapon, and we might give that to you right now.
Yes?
And then we'll sell that and buy that. And that can be your ranged weapon with that as your backup. So you're using ranged.
Yeah.
You're using ranged. You're using ranged.
You're a queer fellow.
You're using ranged. You can't. You might be better off with something like a light crossbow, though. To be honest, because you could even have a heavy crossbow. Let's... How much we got left? 188. What was the light crossbow worth? 52. It does 1d8, which is more than what you're able to do with that. So how about we sell that. Sell all of those. We buy that for you. And we buy a couple of lots of bolts. There we go. I mean, I could have gone with the heavy crossbow, which does even more damage, but we'll stick with this for the moment. It's a little bit cheaper. You've got that studded leather. That's... No, you could go for a chain shirt. We can't afford it at the moment. Maybe later if we can find a decent chain shirt or we get some more money.
Yes.
We might do that. I'm the only one with a healer's kit at the moment. Can we get more healer's kits? We cannot. I'm also tempted to sell my dagger +1 to get a bit more money, but I don't know. I think we'll leave it at that for the moment. We can't rest here either, so we have to rest the night. Great, and there's some pathing issues.
My inn is open to
Yeah,
all
yeah,
who
yeah.
behave themselves.
I'd like a room. Yes and no. The spears only do 1d6 of damage, and they don't have...
It's been dreadful slow business lately.
So... I have on occasion given sorcerers that I've played through the main campaign in NWN2, I have given them spears as a backup weapon. The problem is that I don't think they have any... Like, it doesn't do a lot of damage. Oh, it actually does 1d8. I thought it only did 1d6. That's actually not bad. But, for example, in Pathfinder Kingmaker, there was a couple of different pole arms that you could get that had the reach ability on them. There's nothing here that has that. If there was, it would be something... Oh, there is the halberd, but I don't think it technically has reach. It can just do slashing or piercing. But it can't... Like, being able to have the reach and do damage from behind one of your companions in Pathfinder Kingmaker was really good, and that was... Even though I never really used it in one of my builds, that was one of the things that you could sort of do with those. I'm actually... Now that you've said it... Actually... Well, see, there's... No. I was going to say there's a... at the moment, because my dexterity is higher than my strength, but you don't automatically get weapon finesse with daggers. So it might actually be worthwhile for me to sell that and use something like a spear. Like, it's probably the most damaging of the... Like, the quarterstaff only does 1d6. Morning stars do 1d8. Maces do 1d6. Clubs do only 1d6, I think. Yeah. So, between the Morning Star and the Spear, they do the most damage for weapons. But I don't really want to be doing melee with this character. I just want to be Eldritch Blasting everything. It's just if I misclick or I'm not paying attention and I get caught in combat and the character just takes over and automatically attacks. So we're going to sell that, get some more money, which means we've now got enough money that we can buy the chain shirt for you, giving you just that little bit more protection. Then we can sell that. So that is good. The rapier here still only does 1d6, doesn't it? Just want to double check that. Yes, it does. So there's no sense picking that over the short sword. They're both the same. I mean, I could swap out. Yeah, I shouldn't have bought that light crossbow. I should have bought the heavy one. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I'm not sure how much more of this exact adventure I'm going to play. It is certainly interesting to see what they've done implementing Baldur's Gate 1 in Neverwinter Nights 2. And I really do want to have a look at... I've never played Icewind Dale, and there's a module for that here. But what I thought about, and I said this at the start of this episode, but I've been playing Neverwinter Nights 1 as a sorcerer and really enjoying it. But we're at a point now where I know I can finish that module. I mean, there will still be some hard fights, but I know the sorcerer will be able to finish that module. We've got through though everything in that first chapter or whatever that is, and g'day Lars. I don't know when this module came out. I think, if I remember rightly, because I downloaded this from the mod site, whatever it's called. This is Baldur's Gate Reloaded. Baldur's Gate created in Neverwinter Nights 2. I think it came out in about 2000, or the last update for it was about 2014, so it hasn't been updated in about 6 years. But I could be wrong. But someone else has also produced Icewind Dale for Neverwinter Nights 2. As I was saying, I have completed Neverwinter Nights 1 previously, the main campaign, and a couple of the other modules as well. And I haven't finished the main campaign in Neverwinter Nights 2. So I'm thinking that I may actually do that. I might. And the furthest I have gotten... Well, actually, I've gotten to the same place with 2 characters previously. I've gotten... basically, you end up getting a castle. You get made a custodian or a general or whatever, and you take over this castle. I've gotten to that point in the game twice. Once as a ranger, once as a warlock. And I want to do it again as a warlock and maybe try and finish it. So I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm also interested enough to maybe play a bit more of this or try out Icewind Dale, which I've never played before. Or try out some of the other modules here, because let's just save, and I'll very quickly, before we finish up, we'll go back to the main menu, and I'll show you the other modules that we've got that I found. So there's a module called Lost Level, which is Undermountain the Lost Level, which is a module released by TSR in 1996. It's basically just a dungeon crawl of the Undermountain dungeon, which is below the city of Waterdeep. It's sort of like the Infinite Dungeon. Actually, it's sort of like there's a dungeon in Neverwinter Nights 1 like that about Undermountain. It's basically sort of like that from what I can see. And it's for characters level 7 to 9. You can start a new character and it'll go to level 8 and then you can play. I haven't even started that up to see how it runs. The other stuff that I've downloaded, I had all of these modules initially. So I've played some of that. I've played some of that. I've played a tiny bit of that. But this is the one I downloaded today, Baldur's Gate Reloaded, which we've just seen. The Crystal Mist Campaign Chapter 1, Against the Cult of the Reptile God. So that is a module that someone has created. It's based on a classic 1982 Dungeons & Dragons module, which is designed for characters level 1 to 3. So I don't know how many hours are in it, but it might be fun to give that a try at some point and see how we go. So it's expected that a level 1 party will finish around mid-level 3. I believe you create your entire party with that. And I think you can create 4 to 6 party members, if I remember rightly. And the difficulty depends on how many party members you add. But I could be wrong on that one. Then there's, or maybe that's the Scourge of the Slave Lords that I'm thinking of that's like that, although there's no info. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so this one is a module for levels 5 to 7. And then there's Icewind Dale. Someone's taken the Icewind Dale game from Beamdog and converted it as well. Oh, this is the one that says that you can have up to 6 in your party. 4 will be challenging, 6 will be easier. So I'm considering playing that as well, because I've never played that that game before either. Storm of Zephyr is actually not a bad game, but it's very long as well, from what I've done. So anyway, that's enough for today. Having fun playing Baldur's Gate Reloaded in Neverwinter Nights 2. Tomorrow might be more of that, or we might be doing some more stuff in Neverwinter Nights 2 and see how we go. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Hope you had a good one. Hope you had fun. I will see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.